What's up, everyone? Eli here, back for another new stuff video. Today we're going to be talking about strictly DVD, and not only DVD, but they're all going to be sequels. Oddly enough, these are movies I picked up. I picked up a ton of movies in the last month or so, and I had to split them up into some kind of categories. So this one's going to be sequels. I didn't take any notes. We're just going to do this completely. I'm going to kind of go back to my basics, back to my roots, if you will, in a way. What I've been doing for the last couple of years is I've been taking notes, posting them, and kind of like I don't know. I find the notes distracting. I find that when I take notes, I'm focused on those notes instead of just saying things off the top of my head, which I think is a little bit more fun. So, anyways, here we go. I think I only have like 6 or 7 movies. Brought back the duffel bag of death, in which I will pull the movies out of because why not? I have nothing else to use this duffel bag for. Anyways, let's get started. All right, let's see what we got. Let's unzip this son of a bitch here. Like I said, it's not a lot of movies, but coincidentally, I had more sequels than I thought. So, we're going to start off with Kick-Ass 2. Now, I already own this movie, Steelbook, by the way. I don't love Steelbooks, but they're kind of cool. I don't know. I don't love this movie. I do love the first movie. I think the first movie is amazing and arguably my favorite top 3 at least comic book movie of all time. This one was a big disappointment. You had Jim Carrey, which that was cool. I'm a big, childhood Jim Carrey fan. And it's a decent watch, but it's not a great movie, and it just does not live up to the first. I don't know how you guys feel. I think there's really no debating that. I thought Christopher Mintz did a great, or wait, no, what's this guy's name? Not Christopher Mintz. He's fine. Was it Aaron Taylor Johnson, the guy that plays the main character? I thought he did a really good job. I love Chloe Grace Moretz as Hit Girl. Fantastic choice. I don't know. What do you guys think? Are you a fan of the Kick-Ass series? And if you were to compare the two, how would you do it? Next, we've got, this counts as a sequel because it's one of those DVDs with the first and the second. We got well, I was going to say the first 2, but I think the only 2 Waxwork movies. I've always wanted to see Waxwork. I just never have. Both of them directed by Anthony Hickox, and both starring, I believe, Zach Galligan. Yeah, both starring Zach Galligan. I don't know a whole lot about these. I remember them coming out like when I was a kid, and I just never got around to seeing them. When I was a kid, so we got 1988, 1991. So I wasn't watching a whole lot of like horror related stuff back then. So like I was intrigued a little bit, but I didn't go after much horror. I think it was because I wasn't really allowed to watch it. And then, I really didn't get into horror. I think I've said it ad nauseum, but I didn't really get into horror and like seriously until my mid 20s. Although I started as a teenager, late teens, but yeah, it was mid 20s before I was like a horror diehard like I am now. So, anyone seen the Waxwork movies? What do you think? Are they classics or are they just kind of yeah? And we've got Gremlins 2, the new batch. I know you're thinking, Eli, don't you already have that movie? I do. I do have it. I probably have. This is probably the 3rd version. I just didn't have. This is the original cover, and I didn't have this. I didn't have the version with the original cover, so I had to get it, of course. It's classic. I love it. Oh, obviously, it's the old school. Remember these things with the clippy plastic things? They're terrible. They don't sit on shelves well. I still buy them because usually you can get them dirt cheap. I probably paid $2 or $3 for this. I love Gremlins 2. As you guys know by now, I love the Gremlins series. I probably love the first one more, but God, dude, 2 is so epic. It's hard comparing the 2 and choosing a favorite. I don't know. Sometimes I say 1, sometimes I say 2. Right now I'm going to say 1, but 2 is amazing. I've talked about it recently on this channel, so I don't really need to get into it right now. All right, Houses October Built Part 2. I showed the first one sometime last year, and I was a big fan of that movie. I remember liking this one. I saw this actually not too long after I saw the first one. on Netflix, I think, and I like this one as well. I remember liking it quite a bit. I remember liking it almost as much as the first. I remember storyline wise, they kind of dropped the ball in comparison to the first one. But the first one was so unique in the fact that it was an actual documentary, then used, chopped up, and kind of stitched together as a horror movie, which I thought was really, really cool. Has anyone ever done that before, to your knowledge? Not to mine. From the producer of Insidious and Paranormal Activity, like that means anything. I wouldn't go off that. But man, definitely check out the first one. It's a found footage movie, but I think it's found footage at its best. And if you like that, then you can watch this one if you liked it enough. But I thought it was pretty cool. I'm gonna watch this soon because like I said, I have rewatched the first one and I still like it, and I have not rewatched this since I saw it on Netflix some years back. Got a couple more. Oh yeah, Scream 2, directed by the mighty Wes Craven, R.I.P. Wes. I have been slowly piecing together the Scream series because I'm kind of a new fan. I mean, I saw the first one back when it came out. I've always liked these movies, but it's been so long since I've seen any of them that I'd forgotten which ones I'd seen and which ones I hadn't, and I hadn't owned any of them until recently. I really liked Scream 4. I thought it was a lot of fun. Wait, no, Scream 5, sorry. I haven't watched 4 yet. I'm really excited for 6. I can't remember, honestly, if I've seen 2 or not. So I'm glad to have it, and I'm glad to give it a watch so I can say for sure that, yes, I've seen it. And the last one for the day, we have the newest installment in the Wrong Turn franchise. I believe this is, I think some people call this a reboot. Correct me if I'm wrong, or clue me in. Is this just a sequel, or is this a reboot? Because I know that it doesn't have any of the characters from the original Wrong Turn franchise, which I kind of like those cannibal characters. I feel like they weren't utilized properly. There just was never really the right director to properly utilize them. But I do like those characters. I heard in this one, so what little I know about it is you don't have so much an inbred cannibal family. You just have like a clan of people who live off the grid and kind of have formed their own society. They don't do things the way they do in our society. So that's what I've heard, and that's all I really know. But I have heard people say that this is the best Wrong Turn movie, at least as good as the first one. Some people say it's better. So I am a fan of the Wrong Turn franchise, even though I know that most of those movies are not good. I would agree with that. For me, it was always more potential than actual. The potential was rarely lived up to. But I am a fan of the series despite that. So I had to get this. Really stoked to watch it. Has anyone seen it? Let me know, and let me know what you think. Anyways, that's it, guys. Kind of a short one, and I'm fine with that. Honestly, I would prefer my videos nowadays to be short. I might go from, instead of showing 10 CDs or 10 DVDs to maybe 5. I think I just showed like 6 or 7, and that was kind of perfect. I don't have to be so long-winded. I don't have to worry about losing myself, and trying to just talk about too much stuff all at once. I'm going to try to focus more on more on the quality of the content versus, I hate using the word content with YouTube. I don't know what it is, but focusing more on quality instead of quantity, right? We'll see if I can achieve that. I'm no pro at this. I'm not great at this. I just enjoy doing it. So, and a few of you guys enjoy watching it, and that's fine by me. And I love talking to you guys. Like I've said 1,000 times. I've said it 1,000 times because I truly mean it. So, some of you guys have followed me on Instagram, which is awesome. Feel free to do so if you want. Send me a message. I'll totally talk. Send me a direct message if you want. I'll totally respond. Yeah. Anyways, that's it, guys. Got plenty more stuff to show. I'm going to try to knock out all these videos just to show all the things that I've bought recently. But I have plenty of other things that I'm working on that honestly I'd kind of rather focus on. But I'm just going in all directions that my brain points me in. So as always, we'll talk soon. Louis is somewhere. I think he's sunbathing. That's his new thing. But I appreciate you guys, and we'll talk soon. Fucking cheers.